بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد عليه أفضل الصلاة والتسليم. حبيبنا ونبينا محمد أفضل الصلاة والتسليم وبعد. الإخوة الكرام بمختلف مستوياتكم وكل المتابعين عبر وسيلة الإنترنت، فأقول لكم تاب الله من سعيكم بكل خير وعافية. فبما أن يوم الجمعة فهو اليوم المحبب لله، فدعوني أن أقول تقبل الله صلواتنا جميعا إن شاء الله. فكما تعلمون لقد توعدنا معنا أن بكل يوم الجمعة سوف نبث هو محاضرات على الجانب الإنجليزي، وها اليوم أتى فأتمنى أن يؤم الفائدة لنا جميعا. فاليوم نتحدث عن ثلاثة مواضيع، اللي هو الموضوع الأول بيتحدث عن قاعدة من قواعد اللغة الإنجليزية past continuous tense، ثم past perfect simple tense، ثم quantiferous. فنبدأ بquantiferous. دايرين ندرس اللي هو شيء ما في اللغة الإنجليزية يسمى quantiferous as a Paris written right here. So quantiferous. When you say quantiferous, the words that go before nouns to express the questions. We use quantiferous in order to use, that means in order to express the quantity or in order to express the number. At that time, it's very important to use something called quantiferous. What do we mean with quantiferous? When we say quantiferous, such as money, much, some, any, a little, few, all this in English calls them quantiferous. And they are the words that we use in order to express the quantity of something or the number of something. So, but the rule is saying that it ought to come before the nouns. So we use quantiferous with nouns, but they must come before the nouns. So we're going to see what is the difference between those, between money and between much, and between some and any and a little and a few. Very easy. So the difference between them, we use money with countable nouns in questions and negative. We use the word money, the quantifier money, with countable nouns, but in negative and even in a question. What do we mean by countable nouns? So if you see in English, we have single nouns, plural nouns, countable nouns, and even uncountable nouns. When we say countable nouns, the nouns that easily we can be able to count in, it's called countable. For example, from 2, 3, 4, 5. Very easy to count it. For example, 2 fingers, 3 fingers, so easy to count them. But here, at that time, we can use the word that means money, but where in question and even in negative. For example, as written here, how many books? Look, how many books are there? How many books are there? It is in a question word because we have used it as a question word. And the answer, it will be in none, because not is that mean it's negative. For that we say here, there aren't many books. There are not many books. So here we can use only the money to express the number or the quantity. Okay, the much. We use much with uncountable nouns in questions and even negative. It is opposite. We use money with uncountable nouns. The nouns only we cannot be able to count them easily. Here it's very important to use that we to use much. So for example, sugar, water, and so those nouns cannot be able to count them. Here it's very important to use the words that mean the quantifier much, because and if you use the much, it's very important to build it even in question and even in negative. Till now we didn't speak about positive. So let's go on. So we use, that means as the examples here, is there much water? Is there much water? If you see the word water, it's uncountable. No one can be able to count water. So here it's very important to use the word much, because uncountable must go with that with much. And if you see, we use is. Is here we know is for single, but in count, that means in uncountable nouns, we use a helping verb is. Because so you can say, so what is uncountable nouns? So it's very better to use are there. No. will not go because uncountable nouns will go with a single that mean helping verb. For that, we say, is there much water? In negative will be, no, there is not much water. So there isn't much water and in negative form. But we use some with countable and uncountable. We use some with both, with countable and even in uncountable noun. But it must be only in positive form, as written here. So we use some with countable and uncountable nouns, but in positive form, just in positive. We cannot use in question, and even we cannot use in negative, only in positive form. For example, I have some books. I have some books. Books is countable nouns. And what is uncountable nouns? Up to you. Even if you want to use it, that means uncountable is that means easily to use it. It will be, I have some water or I have some books. So we use, that means my Annie, and even with countable and even uncountable. But we use Annie with question and negative. This is the difference between some and even between Annie. Some is only in positive, but Annie will use in negative and even in inner negative. This is the difference between them. As the example is written here, are there any books? Are there any books? No, there aren't any books. No, there aren't any books. So we use a little with uncountable nouns, but with the singular form. That means to indicate that only, that means only. So we use a little with, first of all, is said with uncountable. A little go with uncountable nouns, but those uncountable nouns must go with single nouns, with a single nouns or a single form, in order to express as only, something is only. But we use few. Few is countable. Look, that is uncountable and few is countable. Countable nouns, but with the plural. The difference between, a little and a few. A little with for uncountable nouns, but it's go with singular, but few for countable nouns, but it go with with plural nouns. As the example is written here, I have got a little money left in my pocket. I have got a little money left in my pocket, and I have few friends in cattle. I have few friends in cattle. So dear brothers and friends, we are going to say that. So the difference between quantifiers, some and much, money, a little, few, all them we use them in order to express it, that means the number, or express it the quantity. The difference, we use much with uncountable nouns, but in negative and interrogative. But we use many only with countable nouns in negative and even interrogative. But we use some with countable and even uncountable, but must be in positive only. And we use, that means any, with countable and uncountable, but must be in negative and interrogative. But the difference between a little and a little for, that means for uncountable nouns, and few for countable nouns. All this today, that means a lesson that we decided just to teach. It's very important to use these quantifiers in their right places. This is so nice. So thank you a lot.